playing a rival will help, and I think that, those games tend to tighten. It's a cliche, but often true. Yeah. But for this Eagles team, I think that they're still searching for that identity. They did have a few returners and a lot of good key returners, but like you said, they've been shorthanded a lot due to illness, due to winterim, due to whatever it is, and they have not found the right recipe. The only win they have so far was a really close game against Van Meter, and credit them for getting that win, Trevor, but they've got to find a way to learn how to win these games. The margin for error in this conference is so small that if you're not at 100% and you're not mentally in it 100%, those games quickly turn the other way. And we'll talk about it in a second with the Pella team coming in white hot off the winter break. But this Eagles team can afford very little mistakes tonight. They've got to get out to an early lead. They've got to put some pressure early on Pella, and they've got to start establishing themselves. They are better than 1-8 in my opinion, especially they're playing in a 4A, 3A league. I think at some point that tide will turn, and whether or not it's tonight remains to be seen.
And turnovers will play a big factor. It always does in this, specifically in the girls matchup. I don't know if it's the nerves of playing in front of a bigger crowd, or the the fact that you're playing against maybe some of the girls that you grew up and maybe played on, club teams or AAU teams or whatever. But it just seems like it's often gets off to a really slow, sloppy start, and Pella Christian specifically cannot afford that tonight.
No, they can't, and we'll talk about it in a second as to why, with what Pella's been able to do so far and their success they're having this season. But for Pella Christian, that has been a huge Achilles heel. I think they've got terrific multi-sport athletes. Chloe Heisman's an all-state volleyball player. Jocelyn Terpster's a state cross-country girl. Faith Kakmarinsky's probably a future all-state softball player. You have excellent athletes all over this team, but they have just not found that cohesion yet under new coach Jordan Dyke. And that's part of the reason, right? You got a new coach, new system, you're learning all new things, and you're having to do so against arguably the best sports conference in the entire state. It's not an easy ask, but that's why also, on a hopeful note, if they can find some momentum tonight, they're going to be a dangerous second half team. They're going to be the one you don't want to see before you play Indianola like Pella is next week, or DCG. They're going to be that sneaky one that gets a few more wins. Tonight, we're at that midpoint of the season though, Trevor. They've got to turn the tide now.
Eagles averaging nearly 20 turnovers per game. That's been our Hormel Foods radio keys to the game for Pella Christian. Looking for a key to your new career? Visit HormelJobsKnoxville.com. All right, now for Pella, our McCall monumental radio keys to the game. And Blaine Forsyth has really adopted the style that he learned under Derek Schulte as an assistant coach for several years. It's very up-tempo. They want to defend the full length of the floor. They want to put pressure on you and try to force you into mistakes. And then this year, they've been able to capitalize at all levels. They've got some good inside presence, and when it's going, they can shoot it as well as anybody from the outside.
Yeah, it's a step better than maybe where they were a season ago with a lot of new faces, and that's a good sign of a program developing, that they lost some really good players and talented players in the backcourt, and they seemingly haven't missed a step so far in terms of that ability. Still, 15 turnovers a game is a little bit higher than I think Coach Forsyth would like to be on offensively, but 13 steals per game is one of the best marks in all of Class 4A. They create extra possessions, so they're a team that only shoots, roughly 38% from the field. It's not a great number, but it's volume. They get so many possessions on you, and if Pella Christian isn't careful tonight, Pella will put on that pressure. And I saw the perfect example was Knoxville. It was a close back and forth game, and then the second half, boom, 6-0 run, boom, 6-0 run, boom, 6-0 run. Next thing you know, the game's over halfway through the fourth quarter. That's what Pella's been doing to teams. It's what Coach Forsyth realizes he has. He doesn't have a terrific offensive scorer who's going to put up 20 a game, but what he does have is 4 or 5 girls, and arguably right now, we'll see after next week, the deepest team in the Little Hawkeye Conference. They go 8-9 deep and they wear you down.
All right, that's our McCall Monument Radio monumental keys to the game. Don't burden your loved ones with planning your memorial after you're gone. Pre-plan your memorial and trust the family at McCall Monument, the area's leading monument designer and installer on Old Highway 163 West in Pella. Let's take a time out here inside of our KRLS Radio pregame show. We'll come back and get you tonight's colors of the game, our game time temperature, and the starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control. Just before 6 o'clock, you are listening to Pella High and Pella Christian Basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM, KRLS Knoxville Pella, and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Back with more right after this.
You gave your kids a new puppy or kitten for Christmas. Let's make sure we take care of him. This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and we have a new puppy and kitten program that provides the attention they need. It involves physical exams, vaccinations, diets, and most importantly, information for you so that you can provide the best care for your new family member. Schedule your new puppy or kitten visit by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
Vision for Less has delivered free same-day speed for over 30 years because our local lens labs are full of experienced and passionate lab techs, not to mention advanced equipment needed for the job. Simply put, your glasses can be ready the same day at no additional cost to you. On top of that, nobody beats our everyday low prices. Get 2 pairs single vision starting under $40 or 2 pairs of progressive starting under $80. Your time is valuable and quality comes faster than you think when you shop at Vision for Less.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you.
Memories become treasure. McCall Monument.
Jerry and Lucy Ellis of Pella were building a new home, and Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry made everything a breeze.
It was such an easy process. We had cabinets in the kitchen, 3 bathrooms, a utility room, and we could pick all that out in 1 hour and a half because he had exactly what you needed to make your house look beautiful.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Do you ever wonder what goes on in certain places when you're not there? Are your kids home from school yet? Are the deer moving today? Are people stealing tools from your job site? Whatever and wherever that place is, the Arlo Go2 camera from US Cellular has you covered. The Arlo Go2 is completely wireless, connected with cellular data so you can use it anywhere. And with the Arlo app on your smartphone, you can remotely monitor those places with video recordings or real-time live views anytime. Stop by Strawberry Cellular for details.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling has been installing and servicing farm field tile and septic systems for more than 40 years. Tim is also a certified time of transfer inspector by the state of Iowa. So if you're considering buying or selling a property with the septic system, they can handle the inspection and give you an estimate on any changes or repairs that may need to be done as well. Tim and the guys can help with many facets of new construction too. For your free estimate, call Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe at 641-259-2651.
Gordon & Associates Ltd. has offices in Oskaloosa and Creston, and they serve clients throughout most of Iowa. With more than 70 years of service and a growing staff of highly qualified employees, they provide clients with assistance in water treatment, distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, street construction and renovation, stormwater management, and residential, commercial, and industrial developments, in addition to a variety of specialty projects. Today, Gordon & Associates Ltd. continues to grow and prosper, building upon the solid foundation of its predecessors. Give Gordon & Associates a call today at 641-672-2526.
Welcome back to Pella Christian High School. We're getting set for the Tulip City Showdown between Pella and Pella Christian tonight on 92.1 KRLS. And it's time now to take a look at tonight's colors of the game. First for De Blumenhof, they are for Pella Christian. They are presented by De Blumenhof, and the Eagles are wearing their white jerseys tonight with the maroon and gold lettering and numerals and trim, but they've got the pink shooting shirts on tonight. Don't know if that's something special for just Pella PC here this evening, or if they've been, I don't think they've been rocking those all year, but like we said, Andrew, this is our first full look at the Eagles tonight for both you and I.
Yeah, if I had the answer to that question, I'd be happy to provide it to you, but yes, I'll do my investigative reporting as best I can.
So again, the white with the maroon and gold for Pella Christian. Tonight's colors of the game presented by De Blumenhof and Pella, the connoisseur of colors. You truly get what you pay for, and at De Blumenhof, you'll get your colors worth. For Pella, the colors of the game presented by Spain Painting, and the Dutch are in their road green jerseys with the white lettering and numerals and trim. Again, green and white for Pella. Tonight's colors of the game presented by Spain Painting. They're exterior painting experts, and Levi would love to talk to you now to start planning a spring painting project for your home or business. Check them out online at spain-painting.com. Take a look at tonight's game time temperature. It is presented, as always, by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella, and it's 28 degrees. Mr. Weatherman, do we have anything to worry about this weekend?
I don't think so. Finally, a nice, quiet weekend. About 20 degrees cooler than where I was this time last week, but I'm happy to take it. Actually have some 40s possibly this weekend before we get into it. So thankfully a little break from some of the craziness we had over break, and here we are.
28 degrees tonight's game time temperature. We know that we're settled into another cold Iowa winter, and if your furnace in your home isn't staying comfortable, make sure to call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella, because you'll always rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
All right, we're getting you set for Pella and Pella Christian tonight here on 92.1 KRLS. We'll be following along all throughout the evening with our Stravers Cellular Instant Radio updates. Here are the games we'll be watching on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Indianola is at Dallas Center Grimes. Grinnell is at Norwalk. Knoxville at Albia, and PCM is playing host to South Hamilton. Particularly interested in that Indianola DCG matchup, Andrew. On both the girls and the boys side, we have the Little Hawkeye Conference leader and then a team that is more than capable of knocking them off. DCG ranks second in the newest girls rankings that came out yesterday. Pella, by the way, cracking the rankings for the first time this year at 15th. And then in the boys game, we've got the undefeated league leader Indianola against the DCG team. Maybe a little down, but still certainly a dynamite squad.
Yeah, we're starting to get through the meat and potatoes of the conference now. That's no offense to what we saw the first 3 weeks, but we really didn't get a ton of great matchups. I know Indianola and Norwalk both turned out to be a pretty good one, when we had that first crack and go around on that matchup. So other than that, though, Pella and Pella Christian haven't seen those heavy hitters yet either. So as we get to this next week or so, we're getting through that first rotation in the conference. We're going to get a whole lot more answers as to who's who, and Indianola DCG is probably going to be a big deciding factor, especially on the girls' side. I think the big question is Indianola really that good? They lost a ton of talent from last year's team, including Lauren Blake, a 1,000-point scorer. They've had a good start, but much like Pella, haven't really seen the teeth of the conference. Yep. They're going to get a chance tonight. DCG is a legit contender. In my mind, they should be #1 in the state.
Yeah, and as we are looking, at what's coming up for both of these teams, a little non-conference action for Pella and Pella Christian Monday, but then right around the corner next week, DCG, Indianola, right? I mean, we're gonna see these two schools, Pella and Pella Christian, are gonna see some of the better teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference.
The Indianola boys are by far, in my mind, still the favorite to win this league, and then the DCG girls are the same. It's not like the last couple years, Trevor, where these teams were in the fight for the conference title hunt until the very end, both Pella and Pella Christian boys, and then the Pella girls till about halfway of those seasons. It's very much, I think, a one-team league, but then 2 through 7, really, really competitive.
And, if you're Pella, Pella Christian, 2-2 on the boys' side. Again, the Eagles girls still looking for their first win in the conference. But both Pella teams are 3-1 and part of a 3-way logjam for second. So if they can find a way to pull an upset in those critical games next week, or, somebody else does their bidding for them, both the Dutch squads are right there with a shot to get towards the top of the Little Hawkeye Conference.
And I think that's what's at stake here tonight. Not that Pella Christian doesn't obviously want to win. Of course they want to win here tonight. The girls desperately need one. I think the guys want to kind of wash a bad Newton game out of their mouth. But for Pella, there's a lot to play for in the conference still, even though I do think those two teams are the best. Runner-up for these Pella girls, if they're able to get there, would be their best finish since they were going to state 5 or 6 years ago.
All right, let's take a time out inside of our KRLS radio pregame show. It's Pella and Pella Christian, the first of the Tulip City Showdowns here in 2023, and we'll be back with more pregame coverage. We'll get you the starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control, and our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply is scheduled for 9 minutes from now on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
It's another red-hot weekend with a mega meat sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. You'll find deals like Hy-Vee bacon for just $2.99 a package, no limit. A 12-ounce package of Fish Market cooked shrimp for just $4.99. An 8-ounce Hy-Vee Midwest pork boneless thick-cut chops are 4 for $5. A fresh, skinless Verlasso Atlantic 4-ounce salmon portion are $3.98. Find these deals and more with the Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish. That's Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
With today's interest rates, if you're selling your home and moving, it's as important as ever to make sure that you're bringing as much equity across into your new home. Hi, this is Stephen Patel with Pella Real Estate Services. I recently helped someone sell their home on Hayes Drive in Knoxville for $480,000. Using our Prez Listing Advantage, they saved $11,400. When it's time to sell your home, call 628-1BUY and use the Prez Listing Advantage at Pella Real Estate Services.
Hi, this is Ann from Hearthstone, a ministry of Wesley Life. At the Cottages, one of our 3 campuses here in Pella, team members know one another, care about one another, and work together to create great experiences for our residents every day. And when you work with us, you'll be given a voice to share your expertise, plus competitive compensation, great benefits, flexibility, and more. And right now, we're offering a $5,000 hiring bonus with flexible payout options. Let's talk soon. Call me at 620-4162.
Gilchrist Jewett and Pella is your local source for windows from trusted manufacturers including Marvin, Anderson, Gherkin, and Silverline. They also stock and supply the top-of-the-line composite decking materials from TimberTech and Westbury Railings for a relaxing, family-friendly, and minimum maintenance area to enjoy for decades. As always, Gilchrist Jewett welcomes all contractors and homeowners alike for all your quality lumber, building supplies, flooring, cabinets, garage doors, and more in Pella.
It's another red-hot weekend with a Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. You'll have deals like 80-15 ground chuck for just $2.88 a pound, limit 3. And get a 10-pound bag of gold leaf chicken leg quarters for just $4.90. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve boneless bottom round roast, $2.99. And hand-trimmed boneless chicken breast for just $1.68 a pound. Find these deals and more at your Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee, home of the best beef in America.
Never know how! If you depend on your vehicle, it's important to have parts and service you can depend on to keep it running right. Here's why your Napa Auto Care Center installs Napa brand parts and what makes them an excellent value. Over 80 years of dependability. Napa has been the recognized quality leader in the auto parts repair business for decades. Regular maintenance is the key to getting the most out of your vehicle, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice trust and peace of mind when finding a repair center for your automobile. So check out your local Napa Auto Parts store in Knoxville today.
Never know how!
Welcome back to Pella Christian High School. Trevor Castle and Drew Schneider. We're live on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. I was just informed it is now just the Pella Christian YouTube channel, integrating both the high school and the grade school together on YouTube. The Pella Christian YouTube channel. They are getting ready for the national anthem and the prayer here. So let's step aside for one more pre-game break. And when we come back, we will have those starting lineups as promised, presented by Menninga Pest Control, and the opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, also right around the corner. We hope that you're settled in for a fun evening tonight here in Pella. It's Pella Christian and Pella High on Eagle Lane on 92.1 KRLS.
At Bruxford's, we're here to make your house your home. What you put inside your house can help make the difference between whether you enjoy spending time there or not. We'll help you turn your house into a functional, warm, welcoming, lived-in home. Stop in and visit with any member of our team about appliances, furniture, bedding, floor covering, window treatments, and accessories to make your house your home at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. Get paid positions up to $26.05 an hour. All 9 positions will receive a shift differential. Employees will be offered a referral program up to $1,500, weekly pay up to $1,000 weekly, a free 2-year college education for children of employees, compressive benefits, medical, dental, and prescription coverage, paid vacation and holidays, and 401k match, pension, and profit sharing. Apply today here at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know that Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, we are your neighbors, your healthcare providers, and your community partner. Hi, I am Jerry Brown, and I'm proud to work at the Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. As the greeter, I enjoy making sure each person is welcome to our facility and put at ease knowing that we will help them get to where they need to go. For all your healthcare needs, choose Knoxville Hospital and Clinics.
All kinds of new additions here on Eagle Lane. Trevor Castle, Andrew Schneider with you for Pella and Pella Christian tonight. Got the brand spanking new video board. Didn't know we had the new drop-down American flag. Just a lot of great improvements here at Pella Christian High School. All right, let's get you set with tonight's starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control. We'll start first with the Pella High Dutch, who come in with a 7-2 record. They are 3-1 and tied for second place in the Little Hawkeye Conference. It is Tristan Gordon, Kylie Tauke, Kennedy Van Vark, Mia Warner, and Haley Van Vark. That's Gordon, Tauke, Van Vark, Warner, and Van Vark for Pella. For the Pella Christian Eagles, under first-year head coach Jordan Dyke, they come in at 1-8 overall, still looking for their first Little Hawkeye Conference win of the season. They are 0-4, and they start Chloe Heisman, Jocelyn Terpstra. Faith Kakmarinsky is going to give it a go on a bit of a bum ankle. She tweaked it on Tuesday night in that loss to Newton. Anna Eveland and Carly Anderson. Heisman, Terpstra, Kakmarinsky, Eveland, and Anderson for Pella Christian. And those are tonight's starting lineups presented by Menninga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Menninga Pest Control.
All that's left to get you is tonight's opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. And we'll have high school basketball for you tonight here on KRLS. Other games again on the networks tonight. Indianola's at DCG on 94.3 KNIA. Norwalk hosting Grinnell on KNIA 3. Knoxville is at Albia on 95.3. And PCM hosting South Hamilton on the KRLS 3 stream. We'll have Stravers Cellular instant radio updates all night long on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard.
Gym already nice and nearly filled up.
It's, I don't know if they coordinated or if we just got lucky, but it's jersey night on both sides for Pella and Pella Christian tonight. And I know Jameson will be rocking the new JJ jersey that just showed up in the mail today.
So there you go. Yeah. Pretty good crowd for a girls game.
Yeah,
for
very
sure.
excited about this one. Pella in their green and white. Presented by Spain Painting. Pella Christian in their white, maroon, and gold. Presented by De Blumenhof. Tonight's colors of the game. Prayer is in the books. National anthem is in the books. Crowd is in their seats. And we're ready for girls high school basketball here tonight on KRLS. It's Van Vark to jump against Anderson. Check that. Evelyn for the Eagles. Ball is in the air, and we are underway. Tulip City Showdown round 1, and Pella wins the opening tip, presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Pella gets it inside, and there's Van Vark off glass and in. And boy, she has made such a leap from last year to this year. Has been a really terrific player for Pella, and Haley Van Vark has Pella out to a 2-0 lead. Here's a steal, and Mia Warner up and off. No good, but a foul after the turnover.
Yeah. It reminds us almost of the opposite of what happened a few years ago with Allison Van Gort. Pella really not having an answer for her, the current Central College stud. On the other side right now, Haley Van Vark has become a problem for teams that don't have the size to match up with her inside.
First free throw is good by Mia Warner, and Pella's out to a 3-0 lead. We're coming to you live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Happy birthday, Sarah Bukite. Second free throw also good, and it's 4-0 Dutch, and Pella Christian hasn't gotten it into the front court yet. And here's that full court pressure out of Pella, and the Eagles do break it across the timeline. Pella Christian from right to left, Pella from left to right, controlled by Heisman. Pass is a little too tall for Carly Anderson, and now it's controlled by Terpstra. Up top for Evelyn, guarded by Warner. Holding the ball, shot clock down to 13. Into the hands of Terpstra. Left-hand dribble on the left wing. Working around. Gordon gets it inside. Up off the window and in. Over Mia Warner. The basket is good, and Pella Christian's on the board.
Yeah, if the Eagles are going to have success, they go as Jocelyn Terpstra goes. She's maybe the best overall female athlete at the school. So versatile in so many ways, and a very, very good basketball player.
Tauke to Kennedy Van Vark, right corner three. That's off the mark, no good. Rebound batted around, controlled by Gordon. Flipped it up, partially blocked, and then the rebound and stick back by Warner for two.
And that's going to be a potentially big advantage for Pella. They have a lot of size on the inside. They're a pretty good offensive rebounding team, and Mia Warner showing that right there. Fake Kakmarinsky on the other side for two.
Great press break that time by PC, and then Kakmarinsky trailing the play. Good job finding her for the layup. 6-4 Pella, 6:20 to go here in the first quarter. And a post-entry pass to Van Vark is tipped out of bounds by Terpstra, and it'll stay with Pella right side of the floor, up by 2.
Both these teams about even in the rebounding battle statistically, both right around 35. So we'll see which way it breaks. Early on advantage Pella. We do have a vision for less officials timeout here. I think to reset the shot clock and get it down to a more appropriate time here. They're going to take 10 seconds off.
6:17 remaining in the first quarter. Pella 6, Pella Christian 4. Kennedy Van Vark to trigger it in, lobs it up to the high post for Mia Warner. Dribble handoff, Gordon, right-hand dribble to the top of the key. Kennedy Van Vark on the wing, catch and shoot three, boom!
And that could be a big advantage for Pella, although both teams similar in three-point percentage. Pella takes so many more of them, and if they're able to get hot early, it could be a long night for the Eagles.
And Pella Christian trying to get it into the front court. They throw it away. Loose ball is picked up by Tauke for Pella, and then on the other end, Gordon has it knocked away and stolen. So each team returns the favor, and now a 3-on-2 for the Eagles. Lean in shot, Terpstra off glass and in.
Yeah,
2 buckets for Terpstra.
Play started by the very athletic Chloe Heisman. Very, very good volleyball player, showing some good handwork there. Shot off the mark, and Heisman with the rebound.
It is 9-6 Pella, and Gordon knocks it out of Terpstra's hands and out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Eagles as we give you a quick champion seed game reset. If you're just joining us, 5 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Pella 9, Pella Christian 6. Just one foul so far. It's on the Eagles, and they have the possession arrow as well. Pella settles back a little bit. 1-2-2 pressure. Three-quarter court, and they break it with Kakmarinsky into the right corner. Anderson fires a three, just off the mark, no good. Rebound bounced around, out of bounds off PC, and it's Pella basketball on the team rebound.
By the way, a future Iowa Hawkeye just checking in. Verbal commit today for Abby Warner, the 3-time All-State soccer player going to the University of Iowa. She checks in for Pella, first sub for Coach Forsyth.
And Pella Christian settles back into the 2-3 zone defense. Warner at the top of the key, dribbles to the right elbow, trying to get down the right side of the lane. Bounce pass to Abby is tied up. Yes, arrow to Pella Christian. That goes down as Pella's second turnover of the game with 5:04 remaining in the first quarter.
We got a few Eagle subs in, Maggie Heinen and then McKenna 6. And I like the zone for PC. The advantage that Pella has, right, is inside. It's a kind of a traditional play, but if you can do it well, and Pella Christian's had a lot of success in recent years playing zone, I like that to try and beat Pella's size.
Here's Pella Christian with Terpstra, driving a kick back out and a travel. Yep, the walk by Maggie Heinen is Pella Christian's third turnover. As we have a Strawver Cellular Instant Radio update at the end of the first quarter, PCM's girls have a 17-15 lead over number 11, South Hamilton. Pella with the ball. Kennedy Van Vark gives it off to Mia Warner. Drives to the right elbow. Nice pass to Van Vark, cutting down the lane. Can't finish in close. Rebounded by Terpstra. And now she's in trouble. Double teamed. Pass. Gets it away. Now Pella Christian has numbers momentarily, and they'll slow it down as 6 had to get rid of it. Terpstra on the right elbow for the Eagles, moving from right to left. And they back it out with 20 on the shot clock. Into the corner, controlled by Heinen. Now up top for Kakmarinsky. Right side, firing a 3. And it's no good by DeBryan, and rebounded, or pardon me, that was Anderson, and rebounded by Van Vark.
Down low, here's Haley Van Vark for 2.
Haley's got 2 buckets, and Pella has an 11-6 lead.
Yeah, if Pella has that all night, Trevor, that's going to be there frequently for them. It's if Haley can cash in and she's got the right touch, and so far, so good.
6 has it. She's hounded, though, by Van Vark and Abby Warner. Double team is there. Just gets it away before a 5-second call. Terpstra on the right wing. Drives inside. Fires up a shot that's no good. Kind of a push shot with 2 hands. No good. And rebounded by Mia Warner, who races to the other end for Pella. Out to Abby Warner for 3. No good from the corner. Rebounded by Van Vark and then stolen away by Kakmarinsky.
A lot of traffic there underneath the paint. Eagles with the ball for now. Still a lot of bodies middle of the floor.
Jocelyn Terpstra drives all the way to the other end. She tried to stop, but her momentum drug her trail foot, and a travel on Terpstra. Just couldn't quite put the brakes on in time.
And that's what Pella's defense wants to have happen, right? It's not always the steal. It's not always the transition bucket. It's, can you get Pella Christian to think faster than they can move, and then those kinds of things happen, those kinds of turnovers.
11-6 in favor of Pella. Right elbow jumper. Kylie Tauke is no good. Rebound by Jocelyn Terpstra for the Eagles. And that forces Pella back into their half-court defense. Terpstra races ahead, goes all the way inside, and draws a foul on Abby Warner. So Jocelyn Terpstra will shoot 2 Pella Christian free throws.
Quite the battle there between 2 soccer players by trade, and arguably the best athlete in their respective school for female sports. And that's a battle to watch throughout the night. Warner off the bench against Terpstra. Advantage Jocelyn as she pours the first free throw in.
Well, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. 4 points each for Mia Warner and Haley Van Vark for Pella. 3 for Kennedy Van Vark. And for PC, 5 for Jocelyn Terpstra. 2 for Faith Kakmarinsky, and another free throw coming for Jocelyn. Free throw up and good, and it is now 11-8 Pella. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And we have a 30-second vision for less timeout on the floor. The score, Pella 11, Pella Christian 7, settling in 3 minutes to go first quarter.
Yeah, Pella Christian doing enough to hang in early. They've created some opportunities, forced a couple of Pella turnovers. Early on, it looked like they were having some issues rebounding. They've corrected that. Pella hasn't had a lot of second chance buckets to get Haley Van Vark going. She's got a nice start, but I think where Van Vark's most dangerous tonight is on that second chance point. So credit the Eagles right now. They're shorthanded. They're obviously not at 100%. Faith Kakmarinsky, just watching her move tonight, not her typical self. So if the Eagles can keep battling and just keep it within arm's reach, they're a dangerous team come end game. Pella right now moving in some subs. They were missing quite a few folks on Tuesday night from their rotation due to the Marching Dutch trip. So.
And Eliza Van Zee is out on the floor for the first time in this new year. She was the most critical piece missing on Tuesday. Really the only rotation player that went on that Rose Bowl trip. But she's back tonight, and she's on the floor for the first time this evening. Back out of the vision for less timeout. Pella trying to work it into the paint to Mia Warner, and she's bumped from behind by Jocelyn Terpstra. The other thing for PC so far, Andrew, they do have 4 turnovers. They're probably on a 20-22 turnover pace, but none of them, it hasn't come in waves. They haven't given Pella one of those 6-0 spurts in 45 seconds. They've really played pretty well against this Pella pressure. Inside wide open, Eliza Van Zee misses the bunny and rebounded by PC. Heinen controls the loose ball, gives it off to Jocelyn Terpstra, gets bumped by Eliza Van Zee, then runs into Abby Warner, picks up her dribble. It's 6 at the high post, holding it above her head, looking for Terpstra, has it on the right wing. PC down by 3. Terpstra kicks it back out to Eveland. Left-hand dribble, back out to Jocelyn. Eagles from right to left in white, maroon, and gold. 6 with the high screen. Nothing there. They pass it off to 6 in the paint. Top of the key, controlled by Heinen. 4 to shoot. Have to get rid of it, and they just throw it away. A wasted possession. It's Kennedy Van Vark on a run out, misses the layup, draws a foul on Heinen.
Yeah, the Eagles did not have a sense of urgency, and I know that we're 9 games into the shot clock, but at that point, PC has to have a little more awareness. Credit Pella, very tough defense. I don't think there was an obvious open shot there, but very clearly a big miscue and an opportunity here for the Dutch.
First free throw by Kennedy Van Vark is good.
Kennedy probably the purest shooter on this entire Pella roster, both at the line and beyond the arc. And
nice to see him awfully early in the game, but combined 5 for 5 at the free throw line between the two teams.
Yeah, that's always a little more fun, especially when you have a heart for both teams, right? When you care about both. Free throw shooting, when it's not going well, boy, you can feel it.
Second free throw also good. And a substitution, 6 checks out.
Really seeing a lot of chess pieces move here with these teams and their substitutions for a game this late in the season. We've seen, probably 3 or 4 off of each bench now. We're only 6 minutes into this game.
PC into the front court, 9 seconds of the 10-second used. And now a pass is tipped and stolen by Aaliyah Riddick. Racing ahead, contact, and a foul is called on Carly Anderson. So this is 2 straight possessions for Pella where they get a steal and then a run out to the other end, draw a foul. Kennedy Van Vark just made 2 free throws. Can Aaliyah Riddick do the same? And Aaliyah coming off of her best half of basketball at Pella, 10 points in that first half in that win over Oski on Tuesday.
Yeah, she's been a real spark plug, and she is really adding to the depth of what Coach Forsyth wants to do and wants to accomplish. I think with Katie Sheckle, who's been out with an injury since the preseason, not there. I think he had some questions about who was going to be that 7th or 8th player, and Riddick has stepped up in spades and has been a real dominant force, although she misses both free throws there. The broadcaster's jinx coming to life.
13-8, Pella leads with 1:33 remaining in the first quarter, and Pella Christian has the ball. Got a hustle, 10 seconds, it's on, and it's called. And that is 3 straight turnovers. Here's the other broadcaster jinx, Andrew, because I'd mentioned only 4 turnovers for the Eagles. Now they're up to 7. Pella paid off the first with Kennedy Van Vark's free throws. Couldn't on the second. Can they cash it in here?
That's one thing I've noticed with the shot clock, too, is the officials' count sometimes got a little slower when you were counting without the clock. Boy, oh boy, those 10-second violations are a lot more common. I think I've seen a handful where I don't remember a ton of those happening without pressure defense. In that case, Pella was not really pressing terribly hard, and the Eagles still couldn't get it over the line in 10 seconds.
Van Vark lobs it in. Tristan Gordon on the right wing, dribbles towards the elbow, out to Kylie Tauke. Dribble handoff with Aaliyah Riddick. Gets it onto the elbow, out to Kennedy Van Vark for 3. Off the mark, no good. Pella Christian doing a really nice job on the defensive boards. Carly Anderson closes that one off, and here comes PC down by 5 with the ball with less than a minute to go in the quarter.
Just 2 Pella offensive rebounds so far. That's a win in my book for the Eagles.
3-ball Heinen on the way is no good, and her number's sake, Gordon rebounds for Pella. And now the Dutch with 45 seconds to go. Maybe a chance at a 2-for-1 here. Out to Kylie Tauke on the elbow. Looking for Riddick, top of the key. Game clock down to 35 seconds. Tauke, right side Tristan Gordon, lobbing it inside to Eliza Van Zee. Double team crashes down, and Faith Kakmarinsky grabs her on the arm and commits a foul. That is the 5th PC foul of this first quarter.
They've been spread out among 5 players, so not a ton of foul trouble, but Pella will be shooting free throws before you know it, and with this possession now reset and likely 1 possession left unless Pella gets something wide open here, they're 2 best post players on the floor.
Lob inside to Van Vark. Now Mia Warner has it on the left wing. Shot clock reset and is off after that foul. So the Dutch could take it down for 1 final shot here in the first quarter. They lead 13-8. Gordon to Kennedy Van Vark, right side for Tauke. Left-hand dribble towards the free throw line. Dribbles into a double team, kicks it out to Kennedy Van Vark. She drives and kicks. Tauke has it down the left side of the lane. Lost the dribble. Picks it up in the left corner. Out to Gordon with 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Fires it inside. It's tipped. Picked up by Kennedy Van Vark. And then her shot goes off the back of the rim. No good. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Pella 13, Pella Christian 8. You're listening to Pella Christian basketball. We're live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Season's greetings from the Colors by Heather family. I'm Heather.
And I'm Tate. The new year is a time of change for everyone, even your wall color.
New year, new paint. We have openings starting in 2023. So if you need a refreshed paint job, drywall repairs, or general handyman work, contact us at 641-230-0182.
Or DM us at Colors by Heather on Facebook. Happy holidays from our crew.
Mickey, Marianne, Heather,
and me, Tate.
We look forward to serving you.
Tear through the roughest snow and ice in record time with Toro's Snowmaster snowblower featuring personal pace drive and quick stick shoot control. Get your Toro Snowmaster at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Toro PowerMax 2-stage snowblowers are unbeatable in any storm. Choose easy-to-use features like electric start, hand warmers, auto steering, and quick stick shoot control. Get your Toro PowerMax at DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella. Toro, America's #1 snowblower brand.
Welcome back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. We're live on 92.1 KRLS. A quick Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update at the end of the first quarter. Dallas Center Grimes 12, Indianola 4. Pella still continues to try to get the ball inside. Have not had a whole lot of success. Really quick hands by the PC defense poking it away.
That's 2 possessions now where Anna Evelyn's been very disruptive. She's a player I've really enjoyed watch grow. She had huge shoes to fill in terms of Allison Van Gorp leaving, and I think she's developed into a really nice player here in her senior campaign.
Pella with the ball, moving from left to right in green and white, leading 13-8, and we're going the other way on a Pella travel, their 4th turnover of the game.
Yeah, Tristan Gordon just got happy feet in the lane, couldn't complete the jump stop in that zone defense. When Pella's been in the half court, Trevor, they've really not had a lot of success so far offensively. It's been the fast breaks.
Jocelyn Terpster with the ball, gives it into the front court. Chloe Heisman nearly an over and back for Pella. 3 ball on the way, Kakmarinsky, and she banks it in from the right wing. It's the Eagles' first long ball of the first half, and they trail 13-11.
Yeah, some momentum there for the Eagles. Doesn't matter how it goes in, it went in, and the Eagles back within 1 possession here.
And then another turnover for Pella as Tauke had it knocked away.
That's Kakmarinsky up to Anderson, who will finish for 2.
So we are tied at 13 with 7 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2.
Little 5-0 run here for the Eagles, and they've done it off the defense here to start.
2 turnovers by Pella in the first minute of this second quarter, and a third as Mia Warner is called for pitching her 10th in the lane. A 3-second violation, and a 3rd straight Pella turnover. Pretty uncharacteristic. This Dutch team turns it over 15 times per game, but this is 3 in a minute and 20 seconds.
Again, it's the adage we've talked a lot about, what it's like to be in a rivalry basketball game, right, Trevor? Kids across the way, a bigger crowd than you've dealt with all season so far. And right now, Pella Christian to start this quarter, they're the team advantage, looking for their first lead in a travel.
A great cut by Evelyn, but when she caught the ball, she didn't realize she needed to get it on the floor. Didn't have quite enough juice to get to the rim without a dribble. Another Stravers Cellular Instant Radio update. Knoxville 8, Albia 4 at the end of the first quarter. When we have a second, we'll check in on our full Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Pella has the ball, 13-all against Pella Christian. Kylie Tauke dribbles inside the lane. Little teardrop, no good off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Tauke to give Pella another chance. And now the Dutch whip it inside, and it's tipped. Who touched it last? They say the Eagles touched it last. And it is Pella ball, right side of the floor.
Yeah, this zone defense is packing that paint, Trevor. Coach Dyke will live. If Pella makes 15 threes in this game, he'll be happy in the sense of like, well, at least we did our job. If they can deny entry to Haley Van Vark, and they've done a really nice job since this midway point in the first quarter of doing so.
Here's a drive by Abby Warner, gets in close, misses the shot, rebounded by Van Varken, back up and in for 2. A weak side rebound out of the Dutch to give them a 2-point lead.
And it was Abby Warner. She kind of forced the shot up, but she drew those 3 defenders away. Van Vark was open. If Pella's going to beat the zone, that's one way to do it, right? Second chance points with your best post player.
15-13. Pella leads by 2. Trouble, near 5-second call. Now battling for post position, but PC has the ball, working from right to left. Dribbling it around the perimeter, down to 10 to shoot. Into the hands of Kakmarinsky. Right side, this is Carly Anderson for the lead. No good, high rebound. Snatched away by Heinen, and then up and in, and we're tied at 15.
Yeah, the Eagles, a really good second chance point right there. Drew that shot clock down. A quick reach-in foul on Abby Warner by Heinen on the other side. That's her second foul. But in the meantime, the Eagles, a lot more offensive efficiency here, getting things going. Again, a lot of their losses, Trevor, they've been in those games. It's not like they're a team that's getting blown out 25 points a night. And they're showing that they've got flashes of that potential. It's can they finish, and can they keep this going against a Pella team?
Kennedy Van Vark, turnaround jumper from 18 feet is no good, and Abby Warner picks up a little cheap foul on a Jocelyn Terpstra rebound. Warner in midair tried to back away, but the damage was already done.
Now we're starting to get our first players with multiple fouls. Heinen for PC and Warner both off the bench for each coach respectively, usually the first or second player off. They're going to go sit on the pine for a while with 2 fouls apiece.
On the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, DCG leads Indianola 12-4 at the end of the first quarter. Knoxville over Albia 8-4, and PCM over South Hamilton 17-15. No update yet. Grinnell at Norwalk. Our score is 15-all on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Turnover, Pella Christian. Tristan Gordon, 10-foot jumper on the other end, no good. Rebound by Van Vark, had her shot blocked, and then it's rebounded by Carly Anderson, and then a whistle.
Turnover.
And a turnover by Pella Christian.
Well, and I thought there was a lot of contact on that offensive rebound by Haley Van Vark that should have been called but wasn't. But then the Eagles end up throwing it away anyway, and now Carly Anderson checking on her eye here. She may have been poked. There was a lot of contact in the paint there. That was a steal by Tristan Gordon. She just poked it away from Jocelyn Terpstra, and then obviously a little bit of pinball going on in the paint.
Kennedy Van Vark in the Eagle logo half-court circle, starts the Pella offense. Gives it to Kylie Tauke on the right elbow. Lean-in shot, a little too strong, was contested, no good. Kakmarinsky gets the rebound for PC, and then the Eagles slow it down with 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. And Kakmarinsky's pass is whipped a little too hard and over the head of the intended target, stolen by Pella. Kylie Tauke on the other end attacks. No shot, foul on the floor, and a 1-and-1 situation coming up, which gives us a chance to let you know that tonight's game is being presented by BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch in Pella. Windmill Print and Stitch is a locally owned decorated apparel company right here in Pella. And by the way, Andrew, got some new gear coming your way here next week, my man. They're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Hemming with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the BSN Sports Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella.
A full timeout for Coach Dyke. Wants to settle his girls in here. They've had an opportunity, Trevor, to take their first lead of this game, a couple of possessions, but have come down the floor and just thrown the ball away. So I think he wants to kind of reset here. 10-5 is what I have for the turnover margin in favor of Pella. Tie game, and the Eagles have had a couple of chances to get down, but they've then, again, sloppy play. I think things here in the middle of the game, legs are getting tired. For a lot of these girls, a big atmosphere, a lot of adrenaline that was pumping early in the game. What can these teams do here? This is a pretty critical juncture, right? You want to be the team up at the half, especially if you're Pella Christian. You love to go into that break knowing you got a shot to win this one.
Well, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. Pella led 13-8 at the end of the first quarter, but the Dutch have only got 1 second quarter bucket. Meanwhile, PC's put 7 on the board, and we're tied at 15 halfway through quarter number 2. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarian.
And a critical stat, Jocelyn Terpstra, that was her second foul, so a little bit of foul trouble for the top player for the Eagles. Tauke misses.
And it was the front end of a 1-and-1 and battling to try to save a rebound, and Mia Warner is able. I think Mia thought it was off of her. She's going back to play defense, and the official says Pella ball. I thought it was off Mia as well.
Brian Vandaloon's right there, and he'll tell you the truth, right? Mr. Green and White across the way. I thought that was off of Mia, but it's a team rebound, offensive rebound for Pella after the missed free throw. And here are the Dutch with a second chance. Tristan Gordon, the corner 3.
Just off the mark, no good. And then Pella Christian, a chance of the rebound, but Jocelyn couldn't hang on. Well, maybe makeup? Or did she have it poked away? This is PC ball this time. I thought for sure the other one was Pella Christian ball, and I thought for sure that one was Pella ball, but hey, the officials are way closer to the action. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt, Andrew.
I don't think either one of those was right, but here we are.
All right, PC ball in a 15-15 game. Eagles from right to left. And they've got it with Jocelyn Terpstra. High screen from Faith Kakmarinski. Terpstra just being ridden by Gordon. Gets it back out. Evelyn drives to the free throw line. Bounce pass nearly stolen. Jump shot Heinen too strong. And a defensive rebound for Mia Warner for Pella.
Yeah, Heinen just rushing that shot a little bit. Kind of took it with her left step. Kind of off balance there. A chance to take the lead. And the game still remains tied 15 all. 3 minutes to play second quarter.
Pella just 2 points in this quarter. Kennedy Van Vark changes that in one fell swoop. Boom from the right wing, and Pella's up 18-15.
Yeah, right now Pella has to sense that if they want to make sure they can seal this game, they're favored in, right? They're ranked. That ball is off the foot.
That should have been a kick. It was Terpstra spinning away from her defender. Mia Warner was standing right there out of the spin, and the dribble by Terpstra went off of Warner's foot. Should have been a kick. Doesn't matter. The ball rolled out of bounds off Pella.
But still, this is I think that turning point I was just talking about in that previous vision for last time out, right? The Eagles want to come down. They don't have to obviously score 3 or anything like that, but they'd like to cash in, keep this game really close. If not, Pella goes on a mini run, they may be in some trouble.
6 has it inside, top of the key. Anderson for 3, just off the mark, short and to the left, no good. And the rebound out of bounds to Pella with 2:26 to go. We'll give you a first half champion seed game reset. Pella 18, Pella Christian 15. 2.5 minutes before halftime. Just 2 Pella fouls, but the Dutch are in the single bonus because of 7 Pella Christian fouls, and the Eagles have the arrow. That's a champion seed game reset. Pella trying to pound it inside to Van Vark, misses the shot. Rebound out of bounds off of Pella, and it is PC ball. Champion seed with local dealer Jay Boat is an independently owned and regionally focused seed company that strives to build and maintain the broadest portfolio of genetics and traits. Champion seed, they only champion the best.
Kelsey Tauke was just into the game and had that pass into Van Vark, and Eliza Van Zee back in as well for the Dutch.
Double team out near half court. Terpstra is able to weave her way through that and then draws a foul by Kelsey Tauke, which is just her first. The only other Pella player with a foul is Abby Warner, and she has 2. Strawver Cellular instant radio updates. South Hamilton leads PCM 33-29 at the half. And at the end of the first quarter, Grinnell 11, Norwalk 10 on a Strawver Cellular instant radio update. We've got our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show less than 2 minutes away in game action. Pella Christian with the ball, moving from right to left, trailing 18-15. 6 backing her way down on Van Zee. Picks up her dribble, looking for some help. Gets it out to Terpstra. Dogged by Tauke. Dribbles inside, lost the ball off Pella. Stay on the left side with PC.
Yeah, Pella Christian never really felt like they had anything creative or productive. They were kind of just trying to pass the ball around and see who gets open. Nothing really drawn up there, and right now they've got a little more urgency they're going to need here with just 15 seconds on the shot clock.
It's Pella leading 18-15 with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Ball in the hands of Heinen. PC needs to recognize it. 5 seconds to shoot. Anderson driving down to 2-1. Shot clock violation. Turnover number 12 on Pella Christian. It's their first violation. They had one earlier that was a steal before the violation, but Pella Christian's got caught a couple of times in this first half on the shot clock.
Yeah, we're to that point in the season where it's no longer an excusable offense in the sense of you've always got to be aware, right? Especially on inbounds. They took 20 seconds off of that first possession where they were just passing the ball around again. There was no real purpose to that offensive possession. They come out there, had no idea where they wanted to go with the ball, and it's another critical turnover. Pella can really get themselves back into at least having their hands on the steering wheel of this game.
Tristan Gordon fires a 3, and it rattles in for Pella. Tristan Gordon with her first basket of the game, and Pella now has the largest lead of the game, 21-15.
Loose ball, middle of the court. Terpstra scoops it up. And she'll finish for 2. Big answer there for PC, Trevor.
21-15 is the score. Jocelyn Terpstra has 8. Now a pass to a cutting Riddick is stolen away. Pella with their 7th turnover of this first half. And coming the other way, Kakmarinski lost the handle. Blaine Forsythe wants a double dribble. It's not called, and PC has the ball. Down 21-17, and Kakmarinski called for an offensive foul.
That might have been Evelyn actually on the moving screen there.
Okay,
it was.
Thank you.
That's their 13th turnover for PC. And just when it feels like they get something going, Trevor, That's been their Achilles heel all season. It's been those extra possessions that they've given to these quality teams. And Pella, that's their MO. That's what Coach Forsyth lives on, right? He wants them to be the team that scores a ton of their points on those extra opportunities.
25 seconds to go first half. Shot clock is off. Kennedy Van Vark drives down the left side of the lane and travels. She stopped and spun and passed it back out to Van Zee, but she shuffled her feet before she did so.
Just a quick aside, one of the cool things I'm noticing, and they just walked in front of us and many across the way, we're still on winter break, Trevor. There's a lot of former Pella and PC greats that are in the house tonight. I can start rattling off names, but we'll focus on basketball for now. There's another time for that.
Tristan Gordon has been called for a foul. 16 seconds to go first half, and Pella Christian has a chance for a final shot after Pella turned it over. Ball in the hands of Kakmarinsky. Her pass is tipped, nearly stolen, picked up by Eveland at the free throw line, fires a jumper, and it's a swish for Anna Eveland. And at the end of the first half, it is Pella 21, Pella Christian 19. We'll be back with our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show right after this on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Levi Spain with Spain Painting in Pella, your local exterior painting experts. Winter in Iowa doesn't lend itself to doing much painting outside, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't chat. Winter is when a lot of people are planning for their spring projects. So if you're thinking about painting your house, now is a great time for me to come and talk about some ideas and give you an estimate. You can learn more about us and see some of our work by visiting spain-painting.com. Spain Painting, exteriors done with integrity.
Do you pay attention to that piece of rubber on the bottom of your garage door? You should, because if that rubber strip has seen better days, you may be letting unwanted moisture, debris, or rodents into your garage. And a new rubber seal will help heated garages stay heated. So check it out, and if it looks like you need a new rubber seal, call the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. It's not good enough to know what you do. You need to specialize in it. We specialize in sales, installation, and service of garage doors. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit Pella.com/careers.
At Marion County Bank, we love the communities we serve.
In fact, it's why we do what we do. From the report card program that gives back to the school of your choice,
to all the community events, sponsorships, and donations we are proud to be a part of.
From the volunteer efforts of our staff,
to partnering in the success story of your business, farming operation, or personal financial journey. We go beyond banking. We share in the life of the community.
Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Here at US Cellular, we're committed to making wireless and internet accessible to every family in every town we serve, especially in and around Pella. New prepaid plans with hotspot starting as low as $25 a month, and unlimited home internet plans now starting as low as $50 a month. Plus, you could qualify for a $30 monthly savings through the Affordable Connectivity Program. Come to Strawber Cellular for qualification and details. Strawber Cellular is your locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular in downtown Pella.
The season of Vandenberg's Greenhouse has ended, and they want to thank everyone for making this past year fantastic. Vandenberg's Greenhouse is now closed for a few months, but they're looking forward to the new season in 2023. Even though they are closed, Russ and Becky Vandenberg are busy getting ready for opening in March and, of course, their spring open house. Keep listening for the spring opening date and to hear about some exciting additions coming to Vandenberg's Greenhouse. From all your friends at Vandenberg's Greenhouse, they hope you have a safe and happy winter. 1405 Highway 5, Albia, Vandenberg's Greenhouse, always worth the short drive.
Welcome inside of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show on 92.1 KRLS. Pella 21, Pella Christian 19. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Let's go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. We'll start first with the homestanding Eagles. 8 points from Jocelyn Terpstra, 5 from Faith Kakmarinsky, and 2 points apiece for Maggie Heinen, Anna Eveland, and Carly Anderson. For Pella, just 4 players in the books. 8 for Kennedy Van Vark, 6 for Haley Van Vark, 4 for Mia Warner, and 3 for Tristan Gordon. Pella Christian has turned it over 12 times. Pella with 8 turnovers, and the Dutch a slight edge on the glass, 13-12 in favor of Pella. Inside the numbers has been delivered by Pella Fiber, where every home gets a gig. Join today at PellaFiber.com. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard and our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. Pella 21, Pella Christian 19 on 92.1 KRLS inside of our Central Tire and Auto radio halftime show.
We're back and ready to hand out more scholarship money in 2023. Community First Credit Union is awarding $50,000 in scholarships to our members who are planning to attend college or vocational school this fall. If that's you, apply today by visiting cfirstcu.com for a chance to earn free money towards your education. Deadline to submit your application is February 15th. Community First Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
The City of Pella wants to remind residents about the snow ordinance and snow removal policies. You are asked to remove vehicles from the street whenever it snows, as it makes the process of removal much easier for plow operators. If a snow emergency is declared and you leave your vehicle on the street, you could be fined or have your vehicle towed. Notification of the snow ordinance will be announced on KNIA KRLS. Also remember that during or after a snowfall, it is unlawful to blow or push your snow on any street or public right-of-way. This message has been brought to you by the City of Pella.
It's tax season, and H&R Block is here to make it a season worth celebrating. Whether you choose to file in person, virtually, or via drop-off, you'll get upfront, transparent pricing and expert help from tax pros that average a decade of experience. Plus, H&R Block's max refund guarantee means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. File your wig with H&R Block, and tax season will feel just as good as all your favorite seasons. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
That was delicious. I had about 10 egg rolls, I think.
Thanks for cooking tonight, honey.
And now how to figure out how we're going to pull off our new video campaign for rollout in Q4.
What does it say?
Fortune favors the brand.
Now if only you knew a place that could help you tell your brand story.
Well, what does your fortune say?
Don't look for your brand answers inside of a cookie. Call Brand Appeal for all your branding, print, web, interactive, and video needs.
Brand Appeal. Jump on the brand wagon.
Jerry and Lucy Ellis of Pella were building a new home, and Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry made everything a breeze.
It was such an easy process. We had cabinets in the kitchen, 3 bathrooms, a utility room, and we could pick all that out in 1 hour and a half because he had exactly what you needed to make your house look beautiful.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design in Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Are you living with pain or movement issues? Exercises and stretches aren't working? You're not alone. Hi, this is Laura, a care coordinator at Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy in Pella. I see many clients come in with your same story. They want to get back to doing what they love. I also get to see them more hope-filled than ever, getting back to living with less pain and more movement. If you're looking for a happy ending to your story, call us at 621-0230 or visit kineticedgept.com today.
Hey there, do you like things that offer lots of value but don't cost anything? So do we. This is why Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella now offers a lifetime powertrain warranty, free of charge with the purchase of a new Ford, Lincoln, or pre-owned vehicle, less than 6 model years old, under 100,000 miles. And lifetime means lifetime. As long as you own your vehicle, it's covered. Get more details today at ulrichford.com or stop by to chat with one of our friendly sales consultants. Just one more way. Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella is taking care of you.
Back inside of the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Pella 21, Pella Christian 19. This is the girls' game, front end of a Little Hawkeye Conference doubleheader on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. You are listening to Pella and Pella Christian basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on 92.1 FM KRLS Knoxville Pella and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Everyone has a goal, an inspiration, a reason for being. Whatever that is for you, Bank Iowa says,
let's make it happen.
All right, Andrew, let's take a look at our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. What have you seen out of both the Dutch and the Eagles, and what would you like to see them tweak here in the final 16 minutes?
Eagles, still too many free possessions they're giving up offensively, and obviously that's a part of their the struggles they've had early this season, but I give them a lot of credit. I love what they're doing to Pella in the half court. The zone has been very disruptive. The ball has not come in super cleanly, consistently to Mia Warner and Haley Van Vark. They need more of the same, but they do need to have a little more urgency on offense. For Pella on the other side, I think they've done a lot of what they wanted to do. They forced 13 turnovers. They're not getting the points off those turnovers. They're not getting the transition game going. I think that's their avenue. It's second chance points, and it's those that come off those free possessions. If Pella is stuck in a game where they're playing half-court ball versus Pella Christian, the Eagles have a very good chance to stay in this game. If Pella is able to break away and pull away, much like they did against Oskaloosa late in the first half on Tuesday, it'll be trouble for the Eagles.
Haley Van Vark with 6, Mia Warner with 4, Eliza Van Zee hasn't scored, and none of those 10 points have come on what you'd consider a traditional post-up type of play, right? Even with the extra size and, wanting to get the ball down inside, Pella's just simply been unable to do that.
They need penetration from their guards. They need a little bit more off the dribble, I think. There's too much. We're trying to pass it in, try and pass it in. By the way, really cool to see the young man who's about to come in the gym, Ryan Nadelborg. Whole story behind him here in a second. But yeah, I think right now, Pella Christian, the zone is working. Pella is not able to get flow in that half-court offense.
All right, second half adjustments have been presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with a new garage door from the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service.
We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Quick Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, and all of these games are at the half. Indianola 24, DCG 22. Grinnell and Norwalk tied at 19. Knoxville over Albia 20-9, and South Hamilton leads PCM 33-29 on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. That wraps up our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there's no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Trevor Castle, Andrew Schneider, live inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth here on KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. And after taking 26 seconds off the clock without getting it inside of the three-point line, Pella Christian travels, turnover number 13 by my count.
Yeah, it's those, again, those empty possessions, right? They never had a purpose. They never knew exactly what they were trying to do with the ball. Pella just was able to harass them on the outside, and now the Dutch with a chance to extend their two-point lead.
21-19. Pella by 2. And we've got a tip away by PC, and with 21 to shoot early in the third quarter, Pella maintains possession. Dutch from right to left in green and white. Their colors of the game presented by Spain Painting, and Pella Christian defending the left goal on their home court in white and maroon and gold. Their colors of the game presented by De Blumenhof. Kennedy Van Vark to Mia Warner. Now Kylie Tauke has it between the rings. Pass to Tristan Gordon is tipped and stolen away. Jocelyn Terpstra had a trailer but couldn't find her. Now Kak Marinsky for 3, just off the mark, no good, and rebounded by Mia Warner.
Eagles, by my count, have had 5 or 6 times now, Trevor, to try and take a lead, and they have not gotten it on any of those chances so far.
Lob inside is tipped. The double team is there. It's knocked out of bounds by Pella Christian, and that's what we talked about in our second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. Dutch trying to get the ball inside, but Pella Christian is really packing it in. And now Kennedy Van Vark looking, finding, and Mia Warner is fouled by Carly Anderson on the inbounds play.
Yeah, really not much more chance there for Carly to prevent the open layup. Mia had the position, and now Warner with 2 free throws.
Delivery.com is the restaurant delivery service in Pella with great local restaurants like George's, Canaritos, Yamato, Liberty Street Kitchen, Dutch Fix, and more. And you can have fresh food delivered right to your home or business for lunch or dinner, just like Danielle Jansen recently did. Danielle is tonight's fan of the game, and she has won a $10 gift certificate towards her next order. Try Delivery.com this weekend and listen to a full slate of games next week to see if you're our fan of the game, presented by Delivery.com. Both free throws good, 23-19 Pella, and now Faith Kakmarinsky has it poked away from behind by Tristan Gordon. It's stolen by the Dutch. Here comes Kylie Tauke the other way. Layup is good and one. A three-point opportunity for Tauke, and it's tonight's drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store. Defense on one end leads to a three-point play on the other.
You know, I'm not an expert by any means, but it's amazing how simple things can go if you do what you do best. Transition game for Pella, right? Drive to the basket. Those two big keys for their offense, and all of a sudden, look, Trevor, they've got a 7-point lead.
Tonight's drive to the basket presented by Pingle's Home Store. Drive on over to Pingle's on the northwest corner of the square in Pella and find out how you can score with a variety of furniture, flooring, and more. Pella Christian with the ball all of a sudden finds themselves down 26-19. And there's a whistle and a foul on Pella. Mia Warner reaching in her first. 6:17 to go here in the third quarter. Pella 26, Pella Christian 19.
This is crunch time for the Eagles, right, Trevor? They can't afford to go down by more than 9 or 10 points. They're not a high-octane offense. They've got to create some opportunities here.
Kakmarinsky on the blow-by, and in midair is able to adjust and lay it in. What a take by Faith. Then on the other end, Pella Christian defense, a foul on PC, a shooting foul on PC. Boy, Kakmarinsky, that was a quick first step, and then the help defender slid over, and Kakmarinsky able to get around for the bucket. Really impressive play.
That's when you learn from playing those big brothers in the old concrete on Peace Street just up the way for many, many years. That was very much a move that her older brother David put on a lot of players on the hardwood.
Tauke at the free throw line after the foul is whistled on Kakmarinsky, which is her second.
Yeah, this is where it's getting difficult. If Pella can keep the pace up, I don't think Pella Christian's just able to get back fast enough. And now Tauke's hit 3 free throws in a row. And again, the 7-point lead. The Dutch are teetering on this teeter-totter, and they're trying to slam the door shut here in the third quarter.
Kakmarinsky into the front court, is immediately double-teamed, picks up her dribble, passes it off to Eveland, drives left baseline, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Pella. I believe on Van Vark here. Yes, it's on Haley, her first. No real foul trouble for Pella, just 2 on Abby Warner, a bench piece.
And I think the message from Coach Forsyth was just that, right? Let it rip. I think we're seeing here early the intensity has cranked up here for Pella out of the break. I think they were a little tentative at times defensively. Not so anymore. They're really trying to close these windows as PC trying to desperately keep themselves in this game.
Terpstra driving down the right side of the lane, has it ripped away by Mia Warner and then off of Terpstra's knee and out of bounds. Pella Christian right now going through one of those spells, just trying to keep themselves within arm's reach of Pella, down by 7, which is their largest deficit of the game. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. It was 13-8 Pella at the end of the first quarter, 21-19 at halftime, and right now 28-21 Dutch. There's a missed shot in the corner, and the rebound bounces all the way around to Chloe Heisman, but then on the other end, Pella comes away with a steal as Mia Warner out of the pack with it. Ahead to Tristan Gordon, and her pass tipped out of bounds. In case you missed it a moment ago, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
And this is again, we don't want to overuse terms, but pivotal here for Pella Christian. They've got to find a way to get a stop and a score here soon.
Inbounds pass, Haley Van Vark, too easy.
Yeah, that was just right to her. There was no real, I guess, harassment from the Eagles defense there that made her think twice. She even mishandled the ball and had all day to get that shot up.
Pella Christian breaks the pressure. Heinen misses a 15-foot jumper, and Pella pushes it ahead off the rebound by Haley Van Vark. 2-on-1, Tauke the layup, and it's a double-digit lead for Pella at 32-21.
And Tauke, 7 points here in the third quarter. She was scoreless in the first half. I think we're starting to learn as this team goes, it's Kylie Tauke who's having the success offensively for the Dutch.
An 11-point lead for Pella, a missed shot for Pella Christian, and the rebound is out of bounds. It'll stay right side of the floor with PC. Champion seed game reset, 4:32 to go, third quarter. 32-21 Pella. Possession arrow is with the Dutch. 3 fouls on PC, 2 on Pella, and a champion seed game reset. Kakmarinsky to inbound, bounce pass, wide open, shot is good, and one. Anna Eveland draws the foul. I thought the ball was going to go off the side of the backboard. It was just hanging in the air, and it actually swishes through for 2.
Yeah, that ball was in the air for 2 seconds, and it just floated all the way down, nothing but net.
Barely even touched the net, actually. Like perfectly through the cylinder. Unfortunately, her free throw is no good, but an offensive rebound for Heinen. So maybe 4 or 5 on this possession for PC. Knocked out of bounds into the Pella student section, or parent section, rather.
Well, that's also near the Hall of Fame section there, I've been calling it now. A lot of great former Pella basketball players and other athletes right there. Payson Vanderloon front and center with the man, the myth, the legend, Brian Vanderloon.
32-23 Pella. We got to get a Hall of Fame at Pella before we can have a Hall of Fame section, Andrew.
Oh, that'd be a pretty good group there. You got Emily McMartin and Anna Vanderwall and a few other familiar faces that way too. And there's another turnover on the offensive foul.
And Eveland.
Or was that a foul? Sorry.
It was, yep. So a turnover on PC. I've got him for 17. 4:05 to go here in the third quarter, rather. And a 9-point Pella lead. Pass tip. Can't do that. Jocelyn Terpstra almost stole it away. She's so quick. Now Pella gets it inside. Van Vark spin move, no good. Rebounded by Tauke. Another chance for Pella. 3-ball. Good. It was actually a rebound
by Warner.
And then Tauke pays off the 3.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker for Pella Christian, right? Those second chance points. And now Abby Warner hits the deck. It's 5-on-4.
Warner slow getting up, and then it's stolen away by Hillary Van Vark. And Warner is definitely slowed a little bit. Well, now she's back going, drives down the right baseline, lost the ball out of bounds.
Just the second Pella turnover of the half, but yeah, there was some contact there at midcourt. Warner hit the deck, and now we're going to get a vision for less timeout.
35-23, Pella leads by 12, and talk about tonight's creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. Andrew, when you find yourselves down by 12, you're Pella Christian and you've only scored 23 points, it's getting to be crunch time. They've got to start finding some offense. What are your thoughts on how they do that?
Well, what was working in the first half was when they were in the half court with intention, they were finding openings, whether it was a kick out or whatever it might be. There's been far too many possessions, Trevor, where they're going down the floor and they don't know where the ball is going. I'm going to sound like Wayne Vinscher for a second, but every pass has to have a purpose, right? And Pella Christian, against a defense that's swarming them, I think is just trying to survive, whereas I think if they can be a little more intentional, know where it's going and draw something up, that's where they've had success. They've gotten by that Pella aggressive defense and made them too aggressive. This half, it's been a lot more Pella being able to just take these extra possessions and score.
And then they get caught in the timeout when the ball gets whistled back into play. Pella Christian has to race just to beat the 5-second call. Now they get it in the front court. Now they set up the offense. Now a turnaround shot by Eveland. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Tauke. Tonight's creative idea, Moment Appeal, drawn up by Brand Appeal for branding, print, web, video, or interactive. Call Brand Appeal. Relentless for you. Missed shot Pella. Rebound Chloe Heisman for PC. 2:55 to go third quarter, but Pella Christian's just got to find some offense, and a 10-second call won't help.
Yeah, and I think that what you're starting to see here is, yeah, the defenses are controlling, but both those possessions right there weren't drawn up bread and butter plays either. They were rushed, right? Evelyn, if she's open, takes that shot, but she was clearly defended by Van Vark. And then on the other side, Mia Warner rushes down, and it wasn't her getting behind the defense. She just went into a sea of eagles and just hucked it up in the air. So efficiency here is going to be so key. Pella, of course, has a lot more bullets they can take in order to keep this going. So PC needs everything to go right if they're going to have a shot.
Stravers Cellular Instant Radio Update, end of the third quarter. South Hamilton 42, PCM 40. 3-ball. Kennedy Van Vark, no good. Rebound. Heinen, nice job. Good strong hands by Maggie to grab the PC rebound. And now Terpstra with Eliza Van Zee on it. This is a mismatch for PC. Then into the front court, gets it off. Eveland down inside. Heisman hammered by Riddick. And a foul on Pella.
Yeah, free throws coming here for Chloe Heisman. That was more of what PC wanted to do. Break the press, force either a foul or have the open shot, and now they got to score with the clock stopped.
Pella Christian, this is just their 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the game, and Chloe Heisman's first is too strong, no good. They are 2 of 4 at the line.
Pella Christian is not a prolific free throw shooting team. In fact, only 4 players on their team, Trevor, so far this season have made a free throw. They're at 55% as a team.
And the second one is good, a swish by Heisman. That's her first point of the night. 2:13 to go, third quarter. Pella 35, Pella Christian 24. Long three, Tauke, no good. Rebounded by Anderson for the Eagles. Pushing it ahead, here's Terpstra. One-on-one with a defending, backpedaling Tauke, and a foul is called on Kylie. And boy, that's a nice job by Terpstra recognizing she had Tauke on her heels and just going to the rim.
Yeah, just had a half-second on her there and forces a foul. But again, Pella, they have a lot of fouls to give right now.
Yeah,
right?
Not giving up anything easy. Terpstra triggered it in, looking, finding, Heinen. Now it's controlled by Anderson, into the post for 6. Van Zee defending. And a push foul from behind on Eliza Van Zee. And yet another Pella player just picking up her first. As you mentioned earlier, a bunch to give.
Yeah, Pella can afford right now, right? No foul trouble. You have an 11-point lead. Just don't give them anything easy. I mean, that's what you intend to do, but now you can really just let loose, and if it gets physical and chippy, so be it. And if they are at the foul line, they're not a great foul shooting team.
Pass is tipped by Pella, stolen away at Leah Riddick. Layup on the other end, no good. And a rebound by McKenna 6. And then a whistle and a jump ball. And the possession arrow is with Pella. So the rebound by 6, but then a turnover on PC to give it right back to Pella.
Yeah, 7 turnovers now in the quarter for the Eagles. It's made their job difficult here.
Pella ball, Riddick passes it out to Gordon. Back to Kennedy Van Vark in the corner. Now Riddick in the post, flips up a shot. A couple of defenders were there. Jocelyn Terpstra got called for a foul. One thing you're seeing, you know, we've seen this many times, and it's well coached by Blaine Forsythe and his crew. If there's any kind of, you know, commotion, just put the ball up on the rim and let's try to draw a foul. Sometimes it's worked, like this case, others it hasn't. And Riddick's free throw is good.
An enormous foul. The scoreboard here has Terpstra for 4 fouls, and the Eagles, I'll just say it for free, are not going to win this game with Jocelyn Terpstra on the bench.
36-24, Pella with a 12-point lead. Leah Riddick trying to give them their largest lead of the game. The free throw is short, no good, but it's rebounded by Eliza Van Zee. 3-ball Kennedy Van Vark, toilet bowls out, no good, and then Kakmarinsky tipped the rebound out off of a Pella player, so it's PC ball, but they're down by 12, only 5 points in this quarter. The Eagles, again, it's going to sound like a broken record for a bit here, Andrew. They've got to find some offense if they want back in this game.
Yeah, and they're going to have to do it now without their leader and their best athlete in Terpstra, so we'll see how that goes.
Kakmarinsky dribbles it off of her foot, picks up her dribble. She's in a lot of trouble. 10-second call. They get it right as the ball was crossing half court, and Pella Christian appeared to have a wide open layup. The 10-second is called.
Well, it's 12 seconds off on the clock, too, so I don't know what the Eagles fans are complaining about there. It was very clearly a turnover there.
Couple of Stravers Cellular instant radio updates rolling into the third quarter. Knoxville and Albia tied at 25, and what was a close game is getting away from Indianola. DCG 44, Indianola 29.
Yeah, DCG's a mountain of a team. They have, I would call it 90% of their state runner-up roster back, including, I would argue, their top 5 players. So a really, really, really strong DCG team. They're going to be hard to beat in this conference, and just period. They're
outscored Indianola 22-5 in the third quarter. 3-ball Kennedy Van Vark off the heel of the rim, no good. Bodies flying after the rebound. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Pella Christian. Kakmarinsky saves it. Nice job by Faith. We'll give her the rebound as it eventually comes down to Heinen. And now to Kakmarinsky. 43 seconds to go, third quarter, and Kak dribbles it off of her foot and out of bounds.
It would have been a 10-second violation again anyway, Trevor. That play, the shot clock was down to 24 seconds as that ball rolled out of bounds. So it's good that they got that rebound, but as soon as Faith had that possession, then I think that's what the shot clock official said.
It should have reset, though, because that was a missed shot by Pella, and it took 6 or 8 seconds before somebody grabbed the loose ball.
Right,
Pella Christian did not have it for 10 seconds.
Well, either way, it's a turnover PC, and Pella with a chance to further this lead. But
Van Zee dribbles it off of her foot. Stolen away by Evelyn. Goes to the other end, flips up a shot, short, no good. Rebounded by Tristan Gordon for the Dutch. 19 seconds to go, third quarter. Aaliyah Riddick partially blocked, but fouled. No, tied up. Nice job by Carly Anderson. She was frustrated. I think she thought she got caught for the foul, but she forces a Pella turnover.
Yeah, nice job there by Carly of getting that shot cleanly. I thought it was too. But neither team doing anything here. This has just been very sloppy basketball these last few minutes in the third quarter.
36-24, Pella by 12. 10 seconds to go in the third. Kennedy Van Vark rips it out of the hands of Kakmarinsky. Van Vark leaves it off to Riddick. Back to Van Vark, and the shot is up and good. Just before the end of the third quarter buzzer, Pella has its largest lead of the game. Dutch 38, Eagles 24. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action live inside the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth right after this.
With today's interest rates, if you're selling your home and moving, it's as important as ever to make sure that you're bringing as much equity across into your new home. Hi, this is Sarah Fitzgerald with Pella Real Estate Services. I recently helped someone sell their home near downtown New Sharon for $120,500. Using our Prez Listing Advantage, they saved $615. When it's time to sell your home, call 628-1BUY and use the Prez Listing Advantage at Pella Real Estate Services.
This is Kim at the Fairfield Inn & Suites in Oskaloosa, inviting you to come stay with us. We're a brand new facility that boasts state-of-the-art amenities coupled with the local charm of Oskaloosa. Our pool and fitness center is open to our guests, and free breakfast will start your day off right. Call and book with us today, or use our Marriott Bonvoy app. We look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back inside of the Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. And a pivotal third quarter finds Pella outscoring Pella Christian 17-5. And in that quarter, Pella forced 12 Pella Christian turnovers. Now the Dutch turn it over to start the fourth quarter, and Pella Christian has the ball down by 14 and in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, but Pella has given them a lot of chances to just stay in this game. I think the Dutch have missed a lot of opportunities, Trevor, to put this one away.
Well, a clear out foul on Pella Christian will go the other way as Anna Evelyn commits her second foul.
I give her a third action on the board, so I'm not sure.
Okay. I must have missed one somewhere along the line.
I think we all did. There was a lot of mess there, Trevor, in terms of that last 3 or 4 minutes. Not a lot of clean shots that got up, but Pella has made the ones that have counted so far.
Mia Warner has it on the left wing for Pella. Dutch moving from right to left against this 2-3 zone Pella Christian defense. Kennedy Van Vark, great screen and roll, and a layup is good for Haley Van Vark. She's into double figures, joining Tauke and Kennedy Van Vark with 10.
This is the kind of balanced scoring that Coach Forsyth expects from his team, right? 3 or 4 players near that double-digit area.
And now a foul on Mia Warner as she and younger sister Abby double teaming, and we'll get a 1-and-1 on the other end as Mia commits her third foul.
Yeah.
That sends Heinen to the line.
The Warner sisters are competitors with a capital C and maybe an O and an M. And they never look happy when they get the fouls called on them, so they were both in on that one. I think both reacted thinking they had committed it.
First foul shot is good by Heinen. By the way, at the end of the third quarter, that little 2-on-1, Kennedy Van Vark to Riddick, back to Kennedy Van Vark. Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. Brought the Pella student section to its feet as a third quarter buzzer beater for Kennedy Van Vark, gave her 10 points. Tonight's Raise the Roof moment of the game brought to you by Randall Roofing. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Second free throw did not count because of a lane violation. Mia Warner fires a Pella 3. It's short, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Haley Van Vark. And then a whistle and a foul on Pella Christian, and both teams in the single bonus, so a 1-and-1 coming up for the Dutch. And Tauke, pardon me. Not Kennedy, or not Haley, but Tauke for a 1-and-1.
Pella's been fairly solid at the line tonight overall. I have him 10 of 14. And Tauke's been a big part of that in the broadcaster's jinx. But there's Haley Van Vark on the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go.
So here comes Pella Christian down 40-25, and they turn it over. A steal by Pella. Kennedy Van Vark has it. Left side Tauke, right hand dribble, stops, pops, misses. Rebound, Abby Warner, reverse layup, prayer no good, and rebounded by Carly Anderson.
Yep, just hoping that one fell in.
Now Kakmarinsky racing the other way, Euro stepping in! That's a patented move as we saw earlier, and Faith Kakmarinsky has 9. Inside, post pass, tipped, stolen away by Pella Christian.
Well, here's the window slightly opening again here for PC, but they've got to do something with it.
40-27, Pella leads by 13. Pella Christian ball into the hands of Anderson. Now Kakmarinsky between the rings. Right side, shot fake. Heinen on a drive on the baseline. Pass it into the corner. 3 ball on the way is short, no good. Rebounded by Haley Van Vark for Pella. And now the Dutch push with Tauke in front of the student section. Dribbles through traffic. There's a foul on the floor on Pella Christian, and another 1-and-1 coming up for Kylie Tauke after the foul on Carly Anderson, her 3rd. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. This was a 2-point game at the half, but Pella outscored Pella Christian 17-5 in the 3rd quarter, and they've opened up a double-digit lead right now, 40-27 Pella with 5:37 to go. In case you missed it, presented by Tri-County Veterinary Clinic.
They're the veterinarians.
So a 1-and-1 here for Tauke. She missed the front end a moment ago, makes the front end on that one. And on a Strauver Cellular Instant Radio update, Grinnell 32, Norwalk 26 at the end of the 3rd quarter. That would, solid ball game there. Grinnell not quite what they've been the last few years, but a ranked team still in Class 3A. Second free throw by Tauke good.
That'll be interesting to see. Second time around, the Pella Grinnell,
yeah.
Norwalk Grinnell, Pella Norwalk.
Steal by Tauke. She just read that pass beautifully and lays it in for 2, and Pella is pulling away. Tauke with 14, 44-27 Dutch. On the other end, near answer opportunity, but a layup is no good by Anderson, and then the ball tipped out of bounds. It stays with PC.
Yeah, Tauke there with the backbreaker. This one's over at this point, but obviously Pella Christian gave it a good go. They just don't have the depth to match up with Pella for a half, and credit Pella's, I think, extra aggressiveness here in the second half to help them pull away.
Shot no good by PC. They can't save the rebound from going out of bounds, and it's a team rebound to Pella. This one, the story is going to be turnovers, right? I mean, rebounding has been about even. I'm not keeping a shot chart, but it's not that Pella's really shooting lights out. They're just getting way more opportunities with the basketball because of a, plus nearly 15 in turnovers.
Yeah, that's how Pella does it. I mean, that's their recipe right now to success.
Van Vark double teamed in the post, fighting her way through. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah.
You can tell Pella's posts are getting a little frustrated with the tenacity of PC's defense, and that time an elbow by Haley Van Vark is a foul and a turnover.
I'll say Carly Anderson might have a shiner after that one. That one just caught her square in the face. She's still out there, credit her, but yeah, Haley a little too frustrated there.
PC pushing. 6 has it on the right wing. Looking inside. Bounce pass to Kakmarinsky in the right corner. Pella Christian from left to right. Terpstra down the right side of the lane. Has it knocked out of bounds by Mia Warner, and it stays right side with PC.
At this point for Pella Christian, moral victories aren't much of anything when you talk to coaches, but if they can have a nice end to this game, maybe something to launch them into next week, because it feels like they're still a ways away from some more wins on their ledger here. And I think they'll get there, but it's going to take some more time.
Mia Warner grabs a rebound off a Terpstra missed 3. Other end, Gordon for 3, no good. And rebounded by Kakmarinsky for the Eagles. 44-27 Pella. 2 on 3. Terpstra, great move. Can't finish. And rebounded by Warner again, her 6th.
We talk so much about foul trouble, but that might be a shot that Terpstra makes if she's in the game, right, for most of the 3rd quarter. But you're coming off cold. You don't quite have that feel for the rim when you sit on the bench for a long time.
Jump shot Tauke, no good. Rebound bounced around. Chloe Heisman grabs it. Pella Christian down 17 with 3:44 to go in the game. Terpstra racing ahead. Up off the window, no. Rebound by Carly Anderson. Another chance for PC. Anderson loses it. 6 picks it up. She's at the free throw line out to Terpstra. Launches a 3, partially blocked. blocked. Rebounded by Anderson, and then out of bounds, they say, off Pella. So we'll stay right side of the floor with PC and Carly Anderson.
Yeah, interesting to watch it kind of bounce around the rim here a little bit. 3:27 left in the fourth. It's obviously a game over situation now, but things have not really cleaned up here in the fourth quarter. It's been kind of a herky-jerky kind of game so far. Here's a tip and a steal for Abby Warner. Warner up ahead, will lay it off the glass and in. The future Iowa Hawkeye for 2 points. Her first of the night. It's now 46-27 Dutch.
Largest lead of the game for Pella, with 3:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Boys game is coming up next here on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel. Oh, wow, that shot rammed around, hung on the rim, and then fell out for a Kennedy Van Vark board. And then on the other end, we've got a whistle.
A kick.
And
it was a textbook kick ball there by Carly Anderson. She almost put that one in like Jack Fancher does on Friday night. So
we'll stay with Pella left side of the floor. Champion seed game reset, 2:51 to go. Pella 46, Pella Christian 27. Both teams are in the bonus, and the possession arrow is with Pella on a champion seed game reset.
Skip pass in the corner. Kennedy Van Vark for three. Yes, Kennedy Van Vark. A baker's dozen on the board, and it's just pouring on time now for Pella, and I imagine soon we'll see Coach Forsyth get a little deeper on his bench.
A 2-point lead at the half is ballooned to 22 here in the fourth quarter, and a 1-and-1 situation will be coming up for Jocelyn Terpstra after a Pella foul is called on Haley Van Vark, her third. I guess her second.
And that's Eliza Van Zee who's on the floor, so they don't have the right player number in. It's 42 with her second foul.
Front end of the 1-and-1 for Terpstra is good. That's the last 1-and-1 we'll see in this game, as both teams have now committed 9 fouls, so double bonus the rest of the way.
Well, and here's another big key for PC and where things went wrong. Jocelyn Terpstra, that's her first point of the second half. You can't be the underdog, Trevor, and expect to win with your best player not scoring in a half.
And the flip side, well, Tauke did not score in the first half for Pella. It was just a 2-point game. She has 14 in the second half, and they've pulled away. Missed shot by Pella, rebounded by Van Zee for the Dutch. Kick out 3 on the way. Boom! Kylie Tauke now with 17. And it is a 52-29 lead. And Pella looking for more on a steal by Abby Warner.
And Warner fouled by a very frustrated Carly Anderson after another PC turnover.
And what I will say, that we saw this on Tuesday against Oskaloosa, even here up by 23, don't expect Pella to pull off in the final 2 minutes. Blaine Forsyth, not because he wants to rub anything in, but he wants to teach his team how to play wall-to-wall for 32 minutes. And Warner misses the first free throw.
You keep your pedal on the metal. Now, he has been looking at the bench, and I think we're going to see those players come in soon. But
it will be with that same mentality.
Yeah, they're not going to sit here and stop, and that's what makes Pella, I think, they're going to be a very dangerous team in the postseason. They're ranked now, obviously. If they can stay in the rankings and maybe meet a sub-state opponent after getting a bye in that playoff, they are as dangerous as anybody. You do not want to see Pella, I think, with the way and style they play, because when they're on, they can run it up. It was what, Trevor? A very, very close day. 21 points in the half. They've got 32 right now, and a lot of that's come off of their relentlessness.
Pella with the ball after a PC miss, and on the other end, we have a whistle, and it will stay with Pella. And here comes a 4-person switch. Kelsey Tauke, Jenna Oltman.
We got Maddie Harmon
Emerson
out there.
Wogan and Maddie Harmon.
Yeah.
So the only player to stay on the floor is Eliza Van Zee. With 1:45 to go, a quick change for a Vision for Less timeout, improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout, visit Vision for Less in Pella and get back in the game. Eliza Van Zee, a wide open layup, 55-29 Pella.
When you talk about building a program, one of the things you're going to note here with this group of quote-unquote JV players, and that's what this team is, really largely the starting JV plus Eliza Van Zee. This would be Maggie Thompson's spot, but she dislocated her knee after her first practice back from the Rose Parade. But what if you have watched a JV Pella girls game, they play really well. They're very fundamentally sound. What Coach Bell and Coach Van Hemert have done with that program over the years has made them a very fun watch for a JV group. So there's a step back on talent or experience right now, but there's a reason why Coach Forsyth's team, I think, took a big step this year. A lot of the top players, Trevor, for this Pella team were JV stalwarts for 2 or 3 years.
1 out of 2 at the free throw line on that trip for Terpstra, and the rebound by Jenna Oltmann. And on the other end, we have a travel called on Pella. That's their 16th turnover. With 1:22 to go, Pella Christian makes wholesale substitutions. We want to check the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. All of the other games are end of the third quarter scores. DCG over Indianola 44-29. Grinnell over Norwalk 32-26. Knoxville and Albia tied at 25. And South Hamilton over PCM 42-40 on the Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas, they're serving you and building community across the county. Missed shot by Pella Christian, rebound by Eliza Van Zee, and it'll be free throws on the other end for Wogan for Pella.
Trying to get some of the PC names in as well. We did have Madeline Vandenbosch. No relation. There is relation there to the great Frank to our right, Mr. All Things YouTube. Got a few numbers that are different.
Erica DeBrine is the one that just got caught for the foul there.
Ava Breams is in at 31.
First free throw is good for Wogan. Put her on the board. Yes.
Emerson Wogan, very strong on the JV cross country this past fall for Pella. They got a couple numbers that aren't matching our varsity roster here, so we'll do our best here with number 24, number 25, Trevor, I'm having difficulty with.
As am I. There's a drive by Pella. Tauke can't finish, and it's rebounded by Breams.
Well, that's what happens when you keep the JV jersey on for varsity or whatever the case may be.
50 seconds to go in the game. 56-30. Pella leads. Blocked by Tauke. Rebound by Tauke. This is Kelsey pushing it ahead. Wogan has it. Back out to Tauke. Shot fake and a drive through 2 defenders. Scoop shot no good, and rebounded by Pella Christian. Down to 30 seconds to go. Controlled by the Eagles. Breams has it in the right corner, looking inside. It's tipped and stolen away. Tauke comes up with it after it was knocked away by Oltmann. Tauke races ahead, leaves it for Oltmann. Great pass. Nice job, Oltmann, running the floor and laying it in. Of course, big brother John was the sharpshooter for the Dutch a couple of years back. Stayed in town. He's at Central playing golf. 3 seconds to go in the game. Ball loose on the floor. The clock hits triple zeros, and a huge second half for Pella propels the Dutch to a 28-point victory. Final score, Pella 58, Pella Christian 30. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with our Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show right after this on 92.1 KRLS and the Pella Christian YouTube channel.
Are you looking to add a new furry member to your family? Sadly, some pets are never claimed by an owner. Did you know these unclaimed animals are put up for adoption through Van Wyck Veterinary Clinic?
This is Dr.